from that quick break, you're still watching Kistis Lounge, and make sure you follow us on our social media, which is Facebook Kistis Lounge and Instagram Kistis Lounge. We're still here hanging around with the beautiful Lamu, and now we're just kicking back, relaxing. This is the segment where yes,
that's true. So I really love this set.
You do, yes. Thank you. I love my couch too. Yeah. So Lamu, this is the point where we get to know you, and like I say, when I first came on in the streets, I saw, I'm seeing so much great talent here in the music industry in Uganda. It's really exciting me because I feel like there's a shift within the music industry, and the new people that I'm seeing are definitely evidence of that, and you are definitely evidence of that. Like the shift, the new wave that that we're bringing here in the Ugandan entertainment industry. Now, I'm gonna go straight to, what would you class your music as? What genre would you give your music? Because I feel like a lot of Ugandan artists don't know what they call their music. So I feel like, what do you think you class your music as?
I'm not going to lie. I've actually been trying to figure that out for the longest time from when I started. When I started out putting my music on SoundCloud, which I wasn't doing professionally, I was just trying to figure things out. Yeah. So I did trap, I did trap music, I did R&B, like the really slow, like really sad R&B.
Because your voice.
I did EDM. And then, but I really fell in love with like Afro pop, because I love pop music. I love how simple pop music is. If it's a love song, you're gonna learn it. If it's playing on the radio, it's like something about you. It's like so simple and so beautiful. Right. And then not forgetting, that Afro pop, the Afro beat to it, that makes you also want to dance or like move your body. So I've fallen madly in love with Afro pop. So
that's what you class your music as.
Yeah, but I do a lot of R&B still, and you can still sense that in my songs.
So I feel like you merge R&B in your Afro pop, because I hear that a lot in your music. So now, Lamu, you've been officially on the scene for how many years now?
For 2 years.
For 2 years now.
Since 2018.
Exactly. Yeah. So now, before you came on the scene, what was you doing?
Well, I was studying. Before the music.
So you were not doing music.
I wasn't.
Before you actually decided to come on the scene.
No, I wasn't. I've always been singing, because my siblings they went to Namasagali, which was like a huge deal back then.
So my sister went to Namasagali.
Yeah, so I used to look up to them, and they were like always singing or like modeling or acting. My parents aren't musical. My dad cannot sing for nothing. Like my mom, she can, but I can't. I don't even know where we got it from. Maybe from her side, but I remember just watching my siblings do all that, and so I've been singing, but the African setting that we've grown up in, Swahili, upbringing, they will never tell you, they will never give you acting or arts or dancing or all these.
Major,
They will never, it will never be like
accepted.
You will never grow thinking that's a choice I could take. It's never a choice.
It's not influenced
so I was really good at school. I really enjoyed school. I was good at school.
What schools did you go to?
I studied my primary in Sorority, and then I did Green Hill Secondary, all the 6 years. So Green Hill was really fun. I was really good at school. I loved biology so much. I loved chemistry, and I was really good at it.
Wow.
Math, I used to struggle a bit compared to the others, but I had to do it because you have to pick certain subjects.
Exactly.
I didn't like physics at all, but I'm a scientist. I'm a big nerd. And
then you end up doing music, right?
Yeah. So I've always liked doing the arts though. And I remember my teacher told me, I feel like you're going to do arts. And I was so offended. I was so offended because I'm like, I'm a scientist. How dare you say that? But then I got older, and my dad retired and moved back to TZ. My mom moved with him. My siblings are all older. My siblings now, every sister of mine has a kid.
Right.
I'm an aunt.
You're a baby, yes.
So the whole time of, what are you doing? When are you doing this? What are you applying for? it kind of like reduced, and this focus shifted onto this other generation of people, and they were doing their own thing. So this gave me an opportunity to like sit back and say, okay, I think this is the perfect time to do what you want.
What you want to do. So there was pressure from the parents.
Yes.
And being home.
Yes.
Okay.
So I said, what do you want? Because earlier on, I was pursuing a career in medicine, which is such a cliche, but I really was good at it. But I wasn't as passionate. I didn't see myself waking up 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. I'm going to sound mean, but saving human beings.
It's not your passion.
It's not my passion. You need to be passionate. You need someone is on the theater bed, you know, almost dying. You need to like be correct. Yes, and it just wasn't.
Exactly.
I just felt very depressed. I just felt very sad. And a friend of mine took me to studio and told me, you should do a hook for me. I need a girl to sing. I guess he was just looking for someone to sing. So I sing, and then the producer plays it back, and I'm like,
that's me.
Is that me? What? So it started to shift, because now I wasn't so much around my family and the whole, you know, my siblings and everything. So this was a chance for me to see like, okay, this could be a chance. And then when I started recording and being around like studios and like hanging out with like people's managers and, you know, sorts of things, I started to learn and realize that, oh my God, people actually earn. People actually
making money.
People are making money. People are like doing things. People are using music, not only just for music, they are changing lives.
The world, yes.
So what do you want? So it comes back to music. And I just love the fact that I could wake up at 3 a.m. I could go 2 days without sleeping.
In studio?
Yeah.
And you still loved it?
Yes, in a heartbeat. So that's why I've been sticking to it since.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now 2 years you've been on the scene, and you have a new EP, No Pressure.
Yeah.
Yes, I've listened to a few songs on that. So tell us the inspiration about that EP. That's your first EP?
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind that?
I think it takes me back to the whole start deciding to do music and then being on so much pressure, like what am I doing, what is going on, what do I want to sound like. It's something I really struggled for a long time, like what do I want to sound like, because I kept doing different sorts of things and I was like, what do you even want to sound like what kind of music do you want to do, what kind of artist do you want to be? And I was under so much pressure, because it's like, what are you doing? And I don't even believe that much in you know, I'm like, what am I doing? Oh my God, I'm such a fraud. I have no idea what I'm doing. So that's where No Pressure now. No Pressure comes in a time where I'm like, okay, you know what? Yes, I have made some major moves.
Exactly.
I have done some things I really didn't even expect, because in the beginning it was like, I'm doing this because I love it. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, now we are really doing this.
You've discovered yourself.
So No Pressure represent that. I wanted to put it out a while ago, but I felt it wasn't ready because I was still figuring out these things.
Yeah.
But I think you can tell from the songs that this is someone who's now more sure of themselves.
More mature.
Yes.
Yes. And then, like you said, you were still kind of figuring out the genre.
Yeah.
And what, you know, and it sounds good, you know. I could definitely feel like the R&B and then the Afro pop. So that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like this Ugandan industry, like, it's on a new wave.
Yeah.
And which leads me to a lot of your music. Again, you mix your music. You have a lot of like English, which I personally find like is the new way, because if at all Ugandan artists are gonna start selling their music worldwide, I feel like now we need to start adapting to the world language and not just stick to you know our Ugandan. Now, with your management, was your management so much behind picking the songs or telling you should sing in this language, or was it solely really you have creative control?
Yeah, I love the fact that I do have creative control. I did pick out the songs especially for No Pressure. But we have a lot of, I would say, as chefs in the kitchen, because I had a writer also jump on. The 7th song on No Pressure wasn't written by me. It was written by Richie. Ray Mark is also very hands-on. You've talked to Wayne, Joe Black, So I do appreciate the fact that I have creative control. Actually, I can say no, I don't like that, and if they don't like that, they can at least we can talk to it. We can level. So I love the fact that I get to do that, because it takes me back to why I want to do music in the first place.
So, and do you feel, or have you seen as the label now that you know whatever you've put out, the feedback, do you feel like this is the right direction you're taking? Again, going back on doing music in Swahili and English, you guys, as far as the feedback, you feel like you're on the right track?
Yeah, I like the fact that it might seem quite impossible or too crazy to do, but I would want to feed my like Ugandan market or like my people here in Uganda with, you know, a bit of Luganda, which I did in my song Pata.
Yes.
And I think most of the songs I have recorded, I haven't put them out yet, but you're going to notice I do put in Luganda,
yes.
just for my people. And then it comes to Swahili, I'm targeting people on my dad's side, TZ or Kenya.
And
so
it's you too. It's part of you.
Yeah,
too.
it's part of my journey, and it's part of me. So I can't just say I'm going to do English. Maybe I started out doing a lot of English, but that's because I was figuring out all these things. But now I know it's very important. As much as I want to stick to this urban sound, which I will, it's very important for me to stick to this, because every time I try to do anything else, I just lose
morale.
Yeah, I just lose. I feel like a piece of me just breaks off.
Right.
And no.
Yes.
So, but the language-wise, music is a language, communication. So I would want someone to be able to understand. I would, even though it sounds new, yeah, a song is playing on Bouquet Day, it doesn't sound like all these other songs that are playing, but I want them to be able to understand what I'm saying. So which is, I'm glad I'm able to do that. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like you said, music is just it's a sound. You hear the sound and you fall in love with the music. And like I don't understand Swahili. I don't speak Swahili. I just hear a few words that are common.
Yeah.
However, I love Swahili music, especially the love music. Like people like Nameless, right?
Yeah.
When he starts singing, I'm there like, oh. But I don't know what
Nameless is one who sang the song about. Yes.
Yo.
That song, the lyrics are very poetic.
Yeah, so I don't know what he's saying, but I just feel like it's just love. You know, I feel the love. So I feel like, you know, the language is not so important.
Yeah.
It's just that here in Uganda, they make it important.
Yeah.
And forgetting that it's the vibe that you give the music.
Yeah.
So I mean, stick to that. I really think, stick to your urban, whatever makes you feel like you, that's what your fans are going to listen to, and that's what they're going to take. So yes, moving on. Your music, going back on No Pressure. What is your favorite song on that one? So because I mean, I feel like even if you're a cook, even if you're there's something you do and you're like, I think this one really, I put my all into it. Like, what is your favorite track on that EP? So, you know, just let us know.
I think I was going to say all the songs, but now you gave the chef example.
Yeah,
so
sometimes you cook things and you're like, a little salt missed in this one. Yeah.
I would go with Habibi. That's my personal favorite, and that's why I put it as number one.
I liked it too because that's the first one I listened to.
Yeah.
The reason why is because it said Habibi, so I was like, it's probably in Swahili. Right?
But actually, it wasn't.
It's not.
It's not. It has a bit of it, but not too much. I love Habibi because usually what happens when we're writing music, for me, usually we set studio time. I go into studio. I'm in studio. We either make a beat from scratch, or they play a beat. Remark plays a beat, or Boris, he's the other producer I work with. Yeah. So they play the beat, and we start now vibing. Or like, what do I feel like today? What do I feel like the world needs to know? Yeah. Or what are we vibing with today? But with Habibi, I was singing that part. I was singing it kept ringing in my head, and I'm like, okay, I need this to turn into a song. So when we got into studio, and I was trying to sing it, and it was actually matching on this beat, I just felt very inspired. Yeah. So it came to me. It just didn't fall into place.
It was one of those songs
it was like really ringing in my head, and I was very hands-on with it. I'm like, no, Ray, no, let me write this song. This is my song. Yeah. So. That's why I love it so much.
You look like you definitely love what you do.
Yeah.
Really like, let me, you're cooking in the kitchen. Now, I saw you with a group, like with the Myth, the Navios. I think there's a project. Is it the Nabubale project?
Yes.
What is that project about?
With Tag TV.
Yes. What is that about?
So during the lockdown, I'm actually grateful that I didn't like oversleep. The first 2 weeks I was sleeping. Like I was like, you know what? This is time to sleep. But then you have to wake up and be like, okay, what happens when everything gets back?
Right.
We can't be caught off guard. We need to like blend into it. And I'm glad Mackenzie from Talent Africa hit me up and he's like, oh, you should come through. So when they hit me up for the Nalowale project, I didn't even know it was an actual song, or I just thought maybe they just needed content for Tag TV for their episodes. So they told us, you know, just come through. We're going to be on a boat. We're going to have some drinks, some food. Who will be here? So just come through. So I went through, and then when we got there, they start setting up a studio on the boat.
What?
On the lake.
What?
So I'm like, no way. There's no, yeah. And then they start playing a beat, and Sam Lamara goes, oh, so this is the beat we're doing. And then Ali Bai, he briefs us. So this is what's happening, guys. Everyone just do what you want. Just do what you want. So Lillian, I, and Sesimba, we came up with the main part, the chorus, and Lillian sang it so well.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
So well. We did the backups, which is an honor still. And then the rappers, most of the others were rapping. They did their verses, and then I did the outro. So then we recorded the video. Okay. On the boat, so you can check it out on YouTube and see what I'm trying to say. But we did everything. The video was shot that same time while we were writing. It was really quick, and I think it was that quick because everyone was just enjoying, and me, I was personally mind blown. I'm like, we're really making a song on the lake
right now.
Yeah,
right
like
now,
right
shooting
now.
the video.
Yes,
that was very very strategic, because I saw that and I was like, this is not a project. Then I see you guys. Then I see actually like big artists, and I see you guys with the other lady. She's new to, what's her name? Honey, yes. So I see you guys, I'm like, okay. And you guys kind of like, somehow from afar, I was like, are they the same person? No, it's not. Okay, then I realized, I was like, she's different, she's different. Okay, yeah. So yes, I had to ask you about that project, because that's one of the latest things I've seen you on. So, but tell your fans where they can find you, you know, away from here, where can they find you so they can start following your beautiful journey? Well, I'm on Instagram, I'm Ahlam Lamu. On Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, I'm Lamu Sounds. And you can find my music anywhere, Spotify. I try to put it out on all major platforms. YouTube, I think, would be the easiest. Yes. Please do not download for free. Right. Please. Yes. But yeah, I think YouTube is kind of free. But the more views you get it still counts. Yeah, so it does count. So support. It's better to do that. Well, guys, you heard her say, please just don't download for free. Go and support our music, because this is the only way we're going to be able to make a living from the music industry here in Uganda. The beautiful Lamu came to hang out with us. So grateful for you, darling. Thank you so much. Well, guys, that was it from Kiss This Lounge. We'll be back next week. Love ya.